simulation. Our software can be tested in either a real car or a simulated one, and we can go back and forth seamlessly, allowing for continuous integration and testing. We run our code through simulation at an engineer's desk, emulating how a car will respond on the road. And we can also scale this up and have many instances running in the cloud, simultaneously creating billions of miles of training data and of test data. But it turns out that simulation is actually not enough, because in order for Guardian to learn and to get smarter, it must be subjected to difficult corner cases and demanding scenarios that are simply too difficult to test, either in simulation or on public roads. And this is one reason that we just built our own closed course facility at Michigan Technical Research Park in Ottawa Lake, not far from our Ann Arbor, Michigan facility. On closed courses, Guardian's intelligence and capabilities can be stretched and challenged through continuous refinement. Our Guardian systems learn how to best navigate and react to dangerous scenarios as they unfold. For example, in the demonstration that you see here, a vehicle suddenly pops out from behind a row of parked cars too quickly for any car to simply brake in its lane. Sensing that the next lane is clear, but only for a brief window, our Guardian alerts the driver, visually and audibly, of the imminent danger, and then avoids the pop-out car by maneuvering out of the lane briefly and then quickly returning to the original lane to avoid the obstruction ahead. Now, this growing Guardian capability gives the I-80 incident that I opened with today, that vivid crash that you saw, an interesting lemons to lemonade twist. Here was an accidental corner case on a public highway, a dangerous three-car encounter that unfolded right before our eyes. From the data that we gathered, we first developed an accurate simulation, which we then translated into a learning tool for Guardian to perceive, to predict, and to plan the options that it had in a split second. We then recreated that same scenario on the test track using real vehicles and a guided, soft target dummy vehicle. In this instance, Guardian's best option was to safely accelerate away from encroaching vehicles to avoid a collision. And furthermore, by accelerating out of the way, Guardian did this other thing, which was to help make space that might have prevented the other vehicles from crashing as well. In this way, we actually created a kind of an altruistic Guardian, which we think is a really neat idea. Now next, I want to address an aspect